Hello, my name is Heidi Arponen. I'm a marine biologist in Metsähallitus Natural Heritage Services, and we're here in the Stora Hestö Island installing the underwater web camera, and it's gonna be a way to show people what's the life underwater is in the Baltic Sea. And we also have here underwater nature trail, where people can go and see the bottom himself or herself and see how the nature is doing underwater and what kind of species and sceneries you can find underwater. And it's an excellent way to introduce people the state of the Baltic Sea. To install the underwater web camera, we need a diver who is going to take the camera head under the water, and then there comes a cable that takes the signal into the main system up on the shore, and from there the signal is sent forward so that it can be seen in the internet. From the internet you can see online different species of algae, and you can see small fish, all kinds of small invertebrates, depending on how they move there and how interesting they feel the camera and the surroundings. And you can also see how the season changes underwater. So the picture can be clear, it can be murky, depending on how much algae is in the water and how bad is the blue algae blooming. So usually in the midsummer, in July, the water is rather green and you can see a lot in the camera, but again towards the autumn water gets colder and more clear, so there's more to see in the webcam as well. Personally, I believe that if the people get personal experiences, they affect their opinions more strongly, so that's why I think it's important to create possibilities that people can go underwater in one way or another to see how it looks like. It's more efficient way to tell people about the problems of the Baltic Sea than just reading from the paper or from the internet. As it's commonly known that the situation in the Baltic Sea is getting worse, and it has been getting worse during the few last decades, and well, I've seen it myself during my years of active diving, and we all know the stories of the archipelago people telling about the clean water and thick bushes of bladderwrack here and there, and now you can just find some green algae, some murky water in the same place, and you can also see the gradient when you go the inner archipelago closer to the Turku town or the populated area. There's water quality is worse than what is it here in the outer archipelago, and also the situation in the Bothnian Sea is much better than here generally. But it's not hopeless. No, there's beautiful sceneries, lots of plants and algae, fish living in the archipelago sea, and we just should keep on working so that the situation would go better, and we can save the clean Baltic Sea for the future, and not just think that, oh well, it's the bottom's dead anyway, so what can we do? There's many things we can still do.